this is a brain. This is an arculee brain.
Can you tell the difference? Both process information, make decisions and control movement, but one powers a mobile robot. Let's take a closer look at how the arculee's brain works.
This is arcTech. I'm Thomas Fuhrmann, software engineer.
So what exactly is the brain of a mobile robot?
If you imagine the arculee chassis, like the robot, as our body, and all the electronics in it, and the cable harness as the organs, like we have, and the blood vessels, our brain is controlling everything, right? And the arculee brain is doing the same with the robot. It's controlling everything. Whether the robot moves, where it's moving, responding to orders which we are sending to it from the fleet manager, that's basically it.
But how exactly does a robot think? Let's break it down.
The arculee is a robot, and all the robots usually act in 3 steps. The first one is sensing the environment. So the arculee brain will get data from all the sensors. For instance, we have LiDAR sensors on the arculees, which are producing a point cloud. The second step is to interpret the data. So to extract from the point cloud, for instance, where an object is, like a leg, as we, as humans, would also do, like we would see something and interpret that as a human. And the last step is to act upon it. So if the arculee would sense that there is a leg in front of it, it would likely not drive to the leg to avoid hitting it, as we would do the same, like driving our car. We would, if we see someone, we would not, well, we would likely stop, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. Of course, for the brain to function properly, it needs the right tech stack.
So the arculee brain tech stack is C++ based. It also uses a bit of Python, mostly to interact with the UI which we have on the robot. Framework-wise, we do not use any at the moment, like not heavily at least. We develop most of it ourselves and mostly re-implementing algorithms which exist to fit our needs. And we are currently in the process to migrate to Rust 2, which is like a quite known robotics framework.
But software development comes with its own set of challenges.
I would say about the arculee brain development, there are likely 3 challenges. First one is the code has a few years now and got developed a lot, went in a lot of different directions. So the maintenance of it is rather difficult. Another challenge is the complexity of what the arculee is doing. So it's a robot which is autonomous, evolving in an environment which is dynamic and changing quite a lot. So it's difficult, especially for us, to think about all the corner cases and everything, so the arculee is performing at its best. And the third one, which is actually the funny one, testing. So we need currently to test on the arculee. So we have a testing area, we have robot there, where we deploy our code, test it. It's actually fun, like to play with robots the whole day and testing. But on the other hand, it's sometimes tedious because the robot doesn't always do what we want it to do.
Despite these challenges, a well-functioning brain is essential for a mobile robot to perform its tasks.
So the arculee brain is a robot efficiency, in a sense. Like if the brain is not working for some reason, the robot doesn't move and cannot do anything. To answer the question maybe differently, we have the navigation stack, which is part of the arculee brain, which is responsible of going from A to B. And if you consider that the arculee is, for instance, doing a few kilometers per day, like as it's driving back and forth, when we do improve the navigation, we usually see like a more efficient behavior of the robot.
From movement to decision making, the brain is the core of every intelligent robot.